Hey, what's going on everyone? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, welcome to today's video. And again, to On Any Moto, our good friends here, because they have a 2025 Streetfighter V4 that we are going to test ride here, do a review. It does have the slip-on Akrapovic with the tune. On the next video after this, the 2024 V4S Streetfighter, I'm going to review as well. And then we're going to compare the two. So this video, all about the Streetfighter. The next video is going to be the comparison of the 24 to the 25. So let's go for a ride.
Well, here we have it, the 2025 Streetfighter V4. I want to say Panigale because, you know, it's what I have. But we're going to do a startup, cold start on it. It's got the Acra slip-on. It's going to surprise you. I think that sounds freaking amazing. It's always fun to see people. Warm up, Sport Evo. I changed some of the settings in Sport. I like full dynamic. So I have the full and dynamic settings. And yeah, let's give this a go. Wow, this sits differently. I feel a little forward. All right, let's go. I honestly don't know how well you'll hear me because of how loud this exhaust is. Whee! It's such a fun little roller coaster. Alright, what do I notice right away? I am sat more up, meaning I feel like have you ever seen a hot rod, like gasser car where the back's up and the front's down a little bit? That's sort of how you feel, but these bars actually match you pretty well. They meet you in a good position where you're not super hunched over and super aggressive down low, but you're also not too far upright. When I ride the 24 next after this, I'll see how much different it might be. You know, I owned a 21, so maybe I'm just, you know, not used to it like I was before. Obviously, Panigale sits different. It's so easy. It's just so easy. So much like the previous generation, this is a comfortable bike. It's slightly aggressive, but something that you can feel like. I feel like I could ride this all day, even though it's 100 freaking degrees out. I feel good on this bike. Ooh, I freaking love those EV Hummers. Hate me all you want, but like, there's just something about it. They got a presence about them, and that little crab walk gimmick. It's just cool, you know. Anyways, back to the bike. So I'm not going to go over the dash. I have a pretty in-depth review of the electronics in the dash. It's very pretty much exactly the same as a Panigale. Obviously, when you start it's a Streetfighter. That's really your only difference. God, that exhaust sounds good. That's just a slip-on, and it stands to reason. You know, why in the world? Oh, quick shifter's good. But it stands to reason why in the world you get a full exhaust system. You know, what about this slip-on do you want to improve? It gets rid of the cat. It's loud as shit. I mean, it sounds great. It's lightened up the weight because it's, you know, obviously the cat's lighter. Other than some titanium and some bragging rights, saying you got a full system, why not? You save yourself $3 grand. That doesn't sound like a lot because it isn't. The fact that that slip-on's still 5,000 some change, maybe 6 and some change. I've heard that the prices might go up here soon. But yeah, why would you want anything else? Why would you want a full system? Oh god. Quick shifter sounds is rather good, but again, we knew that already. This bike has exactly 44 miles on it. Again, it is a demo, so if you're around Tucson on any moto, has this 25 Streetfighter V4 as a demo. I swear this almost never happens, but we have a little bit of open road. Oh, there's a little rat, little field mouse. All right, let's see this thing. Gravel, more gravel. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Wowzers. Oh, this is fun. This thing just doesn't want to shut up, but I'm letting you guys listen to this beautiful drone. Gravel, bad. Listen to that grumble. So I was gonna talk more while riding, but like I said, this exhaust is so freaking loud. But we're gonna go a little slow here while we let some cars get some distance on us. The turn-in feels fantastic. The bar, the leverage, it's just, it makes it so easy. Just makes everything so easy. I will say, I feel like the ground clearance isn't quite a lot, but I can't remember if the other one wasn't. We'll see on the next ride anyways. That was a bad shift. God, the torque this thing has. I mean, we already knew that though, right? It just feels a little more, it just feels a little more punchy coming out of corners than the Cali does. Again, the gearing might be slightly different. I have to look that up. But, whew, so good. Are they turning? Are they turning? Are they turning? They're not turning. Balls. Give them a second. I tell you what, Ducati, their quick shifter, after spending so many years with them and dealing with the quick shifters of old, they have gotten just so much better than they used to, and I do mean like by a noticeable margin. They work better, far less clunky. I know someone mentioned, or Moto mentioned that the shifts are lagging. I haven't noticed that with mine. I didn't notice it with my Panigale, and I really don't notice it here. I think first to second maybe is the culprit, but I don't think it's really that bad to want to get a tune or put another device on here to get the quick shifters to smooth out, because again, I don't believe they're that bad. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but that's just what I've noticed. Let's pull over here and chit-chat. All right, so we hop off here for a second and just look at the new Streetfighter. Something I really like, they changed a lot right through here. This used to be rounded and connected. There also used to be unibrows. They are now plucked between their eyebrows and are a normal human looking thing. Human, I say. But what I like the most is the way these biplanes look with the red, and then you have the black ones underneath, and they're almost hidden because of how bright red the top ones are. So they're more understated than they used to be, and the top ones being formed in the fairings just looks so much better because the other ones look like they were just kind of slapped on. And you come around the side, this particular one's got the red calipers and the brake decks, which is cool, you know. One of the biggest problems we had in the old ones was down here where we catch the oil sump and it would break. Well, they got a little plastic piece. It looks like they have something else underneath of it. I have to take off the look, but it looks like they tried to mitigate that problem. You still might need to add something there. But then the exhaust, man, look at that thing. And listen to it. It just sounds so good. Woo! She is a fun bike. Also, part of the little special I think they're running with accessories, you got the Ducati Performance Carbon rear fender hugger there. Just good old-fashioned Ducati parts. In my typical videos, I think I would probably hop off, get off the bike again, talk about it again, but I don't want to do that with this video. It's too hot. And like I said, I'm going to ride the 24 immediately after this and kind of do the same thing. So, really key points I'm noticing. The sitting position is a little, it feels more aggressive, but again, we'll ride the old one to see. But it feels like your back ends up a little bit and the bars come up to you. So it's this really good, slightly aggressive, not quite neutral feel. And it's very comfortable in the wrists, back, neck, head, whatever. It's the thing I liked about the Streetfighter to begin with. It's got all the Panigale power, but with some more comfortability. And the new one absolutely keeps that. And then it raises it. You know, one of the key points that I made about the Panigale when I first reviewed it was that wait for this Streetfighter, because I feel this is the way to go. And I still believe that. Yes, I bought a Panigale, but that's because I want to build it. If you were to purchase the Streetfighter, I would highly recommend to get the V4S. Unless you plan to make this mostly a track bike, then obviously do a base and then build it up from there. Unlike the Panigale, which is what I'm doing with it, making it a track bike, this bike absolutely benefits from a dynamic electronic suspension, something that is constantly adapting to the road surface. It'll make this bike kind of a solid all-rounder. And no, I'm not talking to you people that want to take it in the dirt and off-road. This is not all-round, it doesn't go off-road. Come on now. I got a comment like that. It's not all-round, it doesn't go off-road, does it? Well, come on, use your brain. But for a street bike, it's good for cruising, it's good for ripping. If you want to go to the track, it'll absolutely crush it out there. These bars allow for so much more leverage, and just like the Panigale, you have so much room to move around, especially with the seat and scooting back and all that fun stuff. This package is just so much more docile and usable, and it still maintains a lot of Ducati's essence in the sense that it's very high performing. It vibrates just in the right ways. It looks phenomenal. Again, out of all the 25 lineup, I think the Streetfighter looks the best out of all of them. I quite like the Panigale, but this Streetfighter looks so much better in my opinion. Say what you want about the double-sided swing arm, but it doesn't have the catgill front end like the Panigale. and I think that should draw more people to it. I wasn't on the highway, so I can't speak to the wind pressure. You know, cruising and going a little fast like I was earlier, I didn't notice it. I didn't really notice all that much wind, but go on the highway and I'm sure that'll be a different story. I mentioned it's 102 out. The heat, normally Ducatis are under your butt, on the inside of your thighs, or recently on the calf. I do not have any of that heat on my thighs, under my butt, or on my calf. I hear people saying how much hotter the new Panigale V4 is, and I question if they've ever experienced the older one, because the 11 and 1299 were by far hotter, and I mean by far hotter than the new ones. But that's my spiel. No, Ducati hasn't paid me. I wish they would. But no, they don't pay me to say these things. This is my true and honest opinion based off of the experience that I have riding it. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like this content, subscribe. There'll be more like it. And stick around. The 2024 the 2024 Streetfighter V4S I'm riding right after this, and we'll do the comparison between the two. So we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.